So this is for the award of Best Media Planning Research. This was the first year that this was part of the Golden Key Awards, and it is quite an important award to throw out because media planning plays such a big role in brands' messaging and reaching their consumers appropriately. And through market research or any other forms of research, we're able to more effectively plan the buys so that the money is allocated properly and target groups are properly reached and there is no waste. Archana is with me. She's going to overview some of her feelings being on the jury for this award.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. I think first I would want to talk about the fact that what made the winning entry stand out for me was there was a very clear articulation of what they wanted to do. Then there was a lot of insightful work. So they had used a lot of their past campaigns data to understand what worked and what hadn't worked for them. And that inciting work actually helped to come out with key insights for them. And that they put into practice through a strat, and the results were phenomenal. So for me, it was a full package in itself with the clear articulation of the problem, the insights that they generated, and how then they adapted it to the strategy, and then the results that they got, and it was very clearly called out. I think it's also important for the other people who other entries was that sometimes we do a lot of things, but in this strat award, it's very important to bring about why it was done and what was the insights behind it, or what was the research behind it. That I found somewhat missing in the other entries that we saw. And the third thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that there were very few entries, so it becomes very difficult to create a differentiation. I'm hoping that next year a lot more brands will send in their entries, and we'll see a lot more strategy work based out of research and insights. And I think the research and insights here doesn't necessarily mean that this has to be a third-party research or a qual or a quant research. It can be a lot of work done already done internally through analytics or through past campaign learnings, and how it's important of how that was put together to arrive at the strategy. I think that's for me what I would look forward to. Yeah, back to you, Eric.
I think one of the really interesting things of this year's entries, which you're absolutely right, it would have been nice to have many more, but how diverse they were, and how the diversity in what they were trying to solve for. One of the entries had a real creative flavor to it. The other entry had a real technological flavor to it. And then the other one was very sort of pure media planning. And for me, that was quite refreshing, seeing that wide range of what media planning is. Also, in terms of the type of research techniques that were used from primary to secondary, it did give us a good flavor of some of the work that people are doing out there. So I wanted to thank all the candidates for putting in their applications, as well as for the esteemed jury, Archana Agarwal, Dolly Jha, Shashi Sinha. It was a really great year, some excellent entries, and certainly, to echo Archana, we look forward to seeing many more entries next year, and best of luck to everyone.
A lot of awards are given out for a lot of innovative stuff. I think for me, this one was very close to my heart in a way, because strategy is very tough, and to articulate strategy and to execute the strategy in a manner which you've thought about it is not the easiest thing. So winning something on strategy actually brings out your fundamental understanding of the mediums, is able to showcase both creative and technology, as Derek mentioned earlier, showcase different aspects of, and actually is able to show how versatile you can be versus innovation entry, which is about a television innovation or a digital innovation. So in that sense, I think strategy is much more tougher. And hence, that's why this entry, any person winning this award should really pat themselves on the back for the kind of versatility they have been able to show.